Hey everybody, Richter Knives here, your favorite knife tuber, episode number 187, and I've got the Ding Dang Oregon Trapper right here. It's a GEC. I'm going to show it to you, but let's show you the tube first. It's a sweet knife. You may have seen it on my channel on Instagram with some pictures and photos and whatnot. This right here, though, I don't think I've given it enough attention. I do carry it quite a bit. I noticed that I haven't put as many pictures as I should have on Instagram of it, or made enough video on it. I think I done a Teener Tuesday on it one day, but it was front-facing camera. You really couldn't see it. I want you to be able to look at it, and I think this is one of GEC's best patterns. No kidding. This is the 431118 Rust Red Jig Bone. If you don't know anything about GECs, that number right there is the 43 is for the pattern, which is the Oregon Trapper. The 1 is for the type of blade. It's a clip point. And then the other one next to it is for one blade on the knife. The last 2 is the year it was made. So this was made in 2018. This is the covers, Rust Red Jig Bone. They used to, back in the day, I guess in 2018, write on the tube right here on the top of it in handwriting. And now they print it. So this is kind of cool to me. They have the older knives. I like the older GECs. Here's your tube art. It is a Pattern Production Premier. See that little PPP right there? It does not stand for Patty's Potato Peelers as much as I like him. Pattern Production Premier. And that just pretty much means this is the first time that this pattern was made, the first time they put it out. And then this says Classic Traditional Pocket Knives, Titty Cutlery. There's some different brands like for GEC, which is the Great Eastern Cutlery. There is Titty. There's also Northfield, Unexcelled, and there's the Farm and Field. This one happens to be the Titty, which is kind of the dressed down version. Here's the rest of it. Nothing else on the tube, nothing on the bottom. Let's open it up and I will show you. It comes in this wax paper, which is, man, that's an experience right there. It comes also with this little pin. Let me see if I could show it to you. I thought it was upside down, but no. 43 Oregon Trapper. I like that too because it's got that artwork on it of, like, you know, old cowboys or something. Just the straight up old West days. Love it. There's that. You came for the knife. Here's the knife. This bad boy is sweet. It's like a iteration of like a classic ranch hand or like a cattle driver's large folder. Nice, tough handle, right? It is a slip joint. And it meets you right there with that half stock. Sweet. A little thwack right there when you shut it. You don't have to use the nail nick. You can pinch it open, which that is, you know, one of the great things about it. If you can pinch open a slip joint, I'm all for that. Most of the time I don't pull it like that and then like that. Normally what I'll do is I'll just, boom, pull it right out. This one, the pull on it is probably going to be a 5.5, maybe. It's not hard, but it is clicky and snappy. Sounds good too. Listen to that walk and talk. Also, it's got that crescent moon nail nick in it. Just kind of helps you open it up when you're pinching it. You don't, like I said, you don't have to pull your nail down in there. You'd be kind of weird if you did that. It's just unnecessary. 1095 steel, carbon. You see that patina on there. Love me some patina, you know that. Here's your tang stamp, 431118, GEC CAR for carbon. And this side says Titty Cutlery, made in USA. Love these. I actually, one of my first GECs was a 43. It wasn't this one. It was the North American Cattle Bone. It was black and green. And it had the shield on it that said the North American Cattle Bone on it. It had that bull on it, or whatever it was. And I really love that knife. And I had that dude screaming sharp. I carried it all the time. And I ended up trading it for a Viper, I do believe, because I was highly into Vipers. And I had a micarta, one of these as well. Since I had both of them, the guy wanted to trade. He wanted the North American Cattle Bone. I've kind of missed it. And I had two versions with the micarta. Not versions, but two different micarta knives in a 43. And I've gotten rid of them both. The last time was because I got this one. And I got it for a really good deal. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. But whatever it was, I couldn't get it out of my PayPal fast enough. I was pushing buttons like this. Boop, 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 pay. And had to get this. I wish I remember exactly how much I paid for it. But it was like brand new in the tube. It wasn't used. And I really dig this pattern. It just looks like a real man's pocket knife. It's a trapper. It's a single blade. And you know I'm all about single blade trappers, GECs, patina, everything this thing is. And it's got the lanyard hole, a nice substantial lanyard hole. You don't have to put some little bitty lanyard in there. This is just good leather. Stick it in there and it's good to go. You don't really need it, but if there's a hole in it, I put something in it. I really like this jig bone. It's not random. It's kind of symmetrical. When you move it around like this, it kind of moves with the handle and the light. Nice. And I love this too. I love the liners when they are brass. And this one on the back spring, it's steel as well. It's carbon steel, so it patinas. You see it's kind of gray. I love that. Not all of the GECs do that. And just the look on that when it gets patinaed up with the brass and the steel on the back spring. It's got some scratches on the blade. Maybe some tape residue, probably. This is probably cut anything you can think of. Centering, let's look at the centering. Straight, right down the middle. Just like Nolan Ryan threw that pitch. Love this switch. It comes from way back here. And then that comes to a point. It looks aggressive. It comes all the way down to the tip. Beautiful clip point. Maybe one of the best looking clip points GEC has made. And that's saying something. Most of the time I like the long pulls, but actually on this one, I really love the look of this nail neck. It just looks simple. It looks nice. It looks tough. And it can cut through a lot of stuff. It's really thin. Let's see. Super sharp. It stays sharp for a while for carbon steel. This one right here, I don't know what it is about the 43, whether it's the geometry or whatever, but these get screaming sharp, man. And it's a good tough edge. You can, sharpen it sitting around the fire. And you see that etch right there where it says PPP, maybe. See if I can get it in the light. There it is right there. See it? Patina's kind of covered it up. It had a, did it? I can't remember if it had an etch on this side or not. Maybe not. It's a satin finish, flat ground. Beautiful, beautiful knife. And this is just freaking sweet. The titty shield on it is fitted very well. The pins are not super proud, sticking out, sharp, anything. The transitions between the bolsters and the liner, or the bolsters and the covers, good, very good. The back spring, let's see, let's look and see if we got some gaps. I got a flashlight here. I won't try to blind you. Let's see. Open this up. Look in here. You got a little bit of a gap right there. Actually, all the way down that right side to here, from here to about right there. And then the back side, we're good. But to the naked eye, you can't see that. It looks super flush. No blade play. No proud tip. That's good. No blade wrap. Just a straight up man's knife. It kind of reminds me of like a cowboy knife. So what I did is, let me turn this flashlight off. What I did is I wanted a slit for it. I did have it just in my pocket. It's a little bulky. I mean, not super thick, but it's tall. But what I did is I went out to make a slit for it. I said, what matches this? So I sat around, I thought about it, I thought about it, I thought about it. I thought, you know, this looks like something a cowboy would carry. Or a sheriff, or, you know, something like that. So what I did is I made this slit for it. This right here just kind of looks like a holster. It doesn't have a belt loop. I could have made it with a belt loop and it would have looked just like a holster probably. But I wanted a slip I could just slip down in my pocket that would fit it really well, not be too huge and thick, and not be too wide. So this is what I did. There it goes. And this little place right here is just good for the lanyard to sit there. But it fits in there really well. It matches it really well. Slicked up the edges here. I've done chestnut butero, I think it's called. And then I stitched it with cream stitching. Just gives it more of a Western feel. And I love this leather. Very nice to work with. Fits in there really well too. You just pull it out with that lanyard. Doesn't fit all the way down in there. I like it sticking out a little bit. And what a pair. Look at that. That just looks flippin' sweet. Anyways, tell me what you think about this down in the comments. I do have a pattern to make more of them. So if you want one, holler at your boy. But yeah, super happy with this one. It's going to stay in my collection. I've had 3 others of the 43s, and this is the one that I like the most. I just dig that jigged red bone. Red bone on a knife just reminds me kind of like the old case days or whatever. And I don't know, I just have an infatuation for it. With the patina, the red jig bone, the lanyard, the walk and talk. Beautiful. And how thin it is, the centering, the shield. I really like that shield. Fitted very well. Love it. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like the video, for Pete's sake, And subscribe. Hit that bell so you'll get notifications. You'll know when I put out a video. And you can watch them dudes. See sweet knives. See sweet knives like this. Can't talk today. Also, don't forget to tell your friends, your family, your mom and them, your baby mama, your crush, your barber about Richter knives. There you go. There's your 43 Oregon Trapper. Right there. This is Richter. Out.